the key to electronic devices is you got to turn them on, John. There's an on off.
I don't.
Usually.
Really, I've never.
Yeah. You got to turn the shit on.
That is
bro.
not how I've encountered the world.
So here's the thing. We're not gonna tell y'all what we were just talking about. We're just gonna keep it moving.
Anyway, the wall-to-wall coverage and support of Ukraine and Zelensky, like, I don't have a problem with that. Well, no, I do have a problem with the wall-to-wall support, because I'm like, here's the thing. I keep reading articles that are like, Putin is saying things like, well, I have well-known demands, and Ukraine is not meeting them. They're not that well known, because I bet you nobody in the maybe 10 people in the United States know what those demands are.
Oh, well, shit. But that's not saying much. Like, 10 people in the United States can name 10 presidents.
Yeah, exactly. That's all I'm saying, too. And, like, I don't...
I see what you're saying.
They're not reporting what those demands are.
That was smart, John.
And they're not reporting what, what Putin's...
And who the fuck are you to make demands? Like, what are you demanding what?
Well, yeah, but I don't know.
Like who? I don't know.
If I actually knew what his demands were, I could assess them and decide for myself whether or not those seemed like legitimate demands.
Yeah.
But since the media is not reporting what those well-known demands are, then I have no idea as a free-thinking individual.
They're like telling you what to think.
Yeah, exactly.
Of course, that's what happens, right? But I think here's the thing, man. Who cares? This is what I think people should do. Who cares?
About the war in Ukraine.
Right, so, okay, look, not about people dying, all of that shit, I get it. Trust me, I understand, you know what I'm saying? I've seen it.
Right.
But what I'm telling you is, the only reason that he's doing this shit is, I don't know, it feels like, maybe this doesn't make sense saying it out loud.
Well, let's hear it.
So let's follow it through.
So
I mean, I guess, when you say, if we just don't pay attention, he'll leave him alone. Well, obviously, probably not. Like, he probably would have been took this shit over. But what I'm saying is, the extra shit that's coming along with either rooting for Putin or not rooting for Putin. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, all of the extra shit. So here's one, black people. Oh, we're supposed to be looking at Russia like, oh, they've never had black slaves, and they love black people in Russia.
Putin's even trying to frame it that way right now.
Right.
Like,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, because he has this whole, Ukraine is full of neo-Nazis and drug addicts or whatever, which is, Ukraine actually does have neo-Nazis in their government, is the thing.
I was going to say, maybe they're not full of them, and I didn't know this, but yeah, Sam taught me that, they got an embassy, like a Nazi.
Yeah, and they have a Nazi battalion.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah.
They have a whole battalion that's just a Nazi battalion.
And they got representation in their government.
Yes.
For Nazi representation in their government. So
but nobody's talking about that. Literally nobody is talking about that right now. Vice did a few stories on it. Yeah. They're literally the only news source I trust right now.
Yeah. Them in the Turks. Yeah, man. So anyway, for me, I'm like, why? So there's not a chance that any you probably could. I mean, we probably could, but seriously, the average person couldn't put together 15 people that can name half of the presidents. I don't think they could, man. You seriously. So anyway, with just that, or they couldn't even name their sitting city council members.
True. That's
you know what I'm saying? So why the fuck would they understand what the hell is going on in Russia and Ukraine?
You see people's ignorance too, because they're like, well, Russia's communist. Russia hasn't been communist for since '91.
Since we stopped calling them communists.
Yeah, but apparently a lot of people, the baby boomer age, are just like, well, they're communists or whatever.
America up, that generation did, I tell you. Anyway, so are you rooting for Putin?
No, I'm not rooting for Putin.
I'm not rooting for Putin.
But I would like to know
what they're doing.
I would like to understand the conflict on a, better level, because I don't at this point.
Yeah.
I don't really understand. I mean, I do, Ukraine doesn't have Ukraine has been Russian since the mid-1800s.
Right. And then...
So I understand, I guess, from Putin's perspective, who was raised in that period, not the 1800s, but the 20th century, he sees Ukraine as Russian. But I also want to understand, why did he feel like he would get the support to invade Ukraine?
The thing I'm thinking is he didn't give a shit.
Right. Well,
I mean, he didn't
read
give a shit
something
when
like
he invaded Crimea.
Well, yeah, exactly. He took over Crimea, and everybody's like, "Hey,
right? Oh, I guess you're right. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But nothing else happened.
He was like, "Hey, you saw what they did there? I'm gonna do this shit over here too."
Yeah.
Well, anyway, the thing about it is Ukraine is like a capitalist hub for the East. You know what I'm saying? It's like a whole bunch of money in that damn place, and
yeah, it's. Like, businessmen basically founded the country.
Right, yeah, exactly. So, there's problems with that shit. And then, all of the nuclear power, or what's it called, resources and shit that they have to
right, like Chernobyl's in you.
all of this shit, yeah, that too. All of these things is kind of like, dude, we can't let you do that shit. Yeah. But I don't give a fuck. As long as they're not sending Americans over there fighting, man, I don't really know a lot about that whole shit over there, like Eastern Europe.
Eastern Europe, it's incredibly confusing to me.
I don't know a lot about it. I've been there. Like, I know that I love Poland. I loved it. It was great. I don't want to go fight a war. Like, I'll go and drink and stuff like we did. Shit was fun. And I know, like, fuck Bosnia. Like, I don't ever want to see Bosnia again. So other than the two things,
I think that is some people's concern, though, is that, like, he's not going to stop at Ukraine. And Poland is part of NATO, and if he goes into Poland, then
so it's
like,
they're not going to let that happen. They're not going to let that happen. Yeah, man. So anyway,
I mean, I do worry that Putin doesn't really have this. He doesn't understand the world in the same way that most of us understand the world. And so Putin, yeah.
Oh, well, of course not.
And so he might be like, okay, I'll take over Poland too.
Right.
So, I mean, if he does that, then...
And, I mean, they can. China and Russia can do whatever the hell they want.
Well, that's what's happening is there's a realignment of global politics that's happening right now. I'm
not totally against, I don't know who you said this, but, like, there needs to be some counterbalance.
Yeah, two-pole system.
Like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? So
it was Sam.
Oh, okay. Well, of course.
But there's a lot of people who feel like the unipolar world where the United States is the only remaining superpower is bad.
Yeah, that's all bad, bro. And it is bad. And I don't see anything wrong with them doing the same things that everybody else did. And you know what I'm saying? If the people there are willing to let you come in and with this capitalist shit and do it, then fucking, it's not our business, man.
Yeah, and there is some hypocrisy, I feel like, from the West, who had this whole era where they colonized the entire world.
Yeah.
They spread capitalism, they spread their culture, their religions, and then now that other countries, like China, for example, are like, oh, well, we're going to do some of that sort of soft diplomacy. They're like, how dare you? You can't do that.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, yes, why can't they do that now?
Yeah,
like, it's not that I want to live in a world that's ruled by, like, Chinese hegemony, like China being the sort of dominant power in the world. But I do think that it is hypocritical for us to be calling out other countries that are just doing what, like, a lot of Western countries did in the past.
Yeah, for me, I don't give a damn, because I feel like this shit hasn't worked for black people at all. You know what I'm saying? So if there's like gonna be some sort of paradigm shift,
right.
Where
maybe take advantage of it.
Yeah, like, hey, let's get it cracking, China, whoever it is, whoever you are, whatever it is, let's get it cracking, because they got their fucking knee on our neck over here, man.
That's true. Oh, do we have comments?
Oh, I'm not even looking.
Is anybody commenting?
Your screen is moving again, John.
Is it? You know what? I think it's something with the Facebook Live.
Yeah. I don't know why it's doing that. But yeah, man, so, hey, did you hear that they dropped the charges for that dude that killed the bear spray man?
Yeah.
Was that in Denver?
Yeah, it was in Denver. I can't remember his name. It's hard because, he was a Pinkerton. He was hired by Pinkerton.
Yeah.
And Pinkerton has a history.
Just go ahead, we'll just keep talking.
Pinkerton has this long history of going after leftists and unionists.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, but this guy was actually hired to protect the news agency against
them
fascists.
Right. My bad. Keep talking, John.
Whoa.
But yeah. So they dropped his charges. Have you noticed? Is it just me, or does it feel like a lot of that has been happening lately?
It sure does, actually.
they're like, oh yeah, about those charges, guys.
Yeah,
never mind.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that stuff. Oh, we can't do it long way.
We're sorry, guys. You know what? We're looking. Does somebody? I'm gonna ask here on camera. Does somebody have our ring light?
Where the hell is our ring light at, y'all?
Light?
What the hell is wrong with y'all?
Let's see if that works.
I don't know.
I don't think it's the holder. I think it's the autofocus.
Oh, okay. But so that. What other who else has had their charges dropped? There's been. I know Jessica just had hers dropped today. Whoop.
Just more
Molly,
and better plea. Well, Molly hasn't yet, but there's been better plea agreements too, or plea bargains lately.
What are you talking about?
D, that Demeric guy, he had his charges dropped a long time ago.
Who?
We actually interviewed him in Acacia Park for about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah. Okay, I remember that. And then, but that's all the I-25 stuff, right?
That was for the Breonna Taylor protest in front of City Hall.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
I'm just wondering, like, is this gonna just be okay? That they're like, oh, never mind, guys, it's okay. We don't actually have nothing to charge you with, or we don't have anything to go to court.
I mean, just
like, how is that
okay?
okay?
In Denver, they were like, Sean, you guys can't see Sean's gonna eat it back there behind the camera.
No, got it. I got these slides on. Yeah, but how is that shit okay, man? I don't understand, like, how they could, like, just straight-facedly, like, oh, you know what, guys, how about we just drop that?
Well,
like,
I mean, like the guy in Denver, they're like, we can't really find any evidence this wasn't self-defense. Also, we know why, because the district attorney's office has how many cases? 39,000?
Yeah.
That's why they're dropping this.
It seems like, man, you know what, bro? I mean, I'm not sure how or who can do this shit, but there was an obvious period in time when the CSPD was just like, boom, 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 boom.
Just giving
charges. Here go. I don't give a fuck if we got it or not. Charge. And it was like 2 years ago. Like for this whole time.
2 to 1. Yeah. Over the last year and a half or so.
Not only were they like paying for undercover cops and doing all of this shit and breaking up organizations, they were like,
and trying to get people to buy illegal weapons.
Oh yeah, trying to get people to buy guns, man, crazy shit, man. But not only were they doing all of these things, but they were like, the average protester, average person that came out were catching charges that they thumbed them with for 2 years to keep them out of the fight.
Streets,
you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, man, there's definite, like, I don't know what the word is, like on a big scale, city or civil rights violations on a big scale that happen in this city. And good thing that we're not going nowhere, because we're gonna be able to figure it out. We're gonna be able to see it through.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna be able to see it. Southers and them is gonna quit. Niski's getting ready to quit.
They're all
Niski's
go. Out. Niski's gone.
Oh, he's gone already.
Yeah, it's
that's right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't remember.
Yeah. I forgot about that
Vasquez?
news. We got a new fucking pig in the office. Man, we should go introduce ourselves, Johnny.
Yeah, we should. We should take a little trip down to the police station.
And see if maybe he'll want to meet with us.
Yeah, I saw him not too long ago when I was down there with Charles for.
Yeah, man, we should give him an invite to come in. Well, he's got to stay outside.
Yeah. Well, actually,
We'll just do it in the parking lot. I want to talk to the new pig in charge.
Yeah, exactly. We should just try to.
We're gonna try it.
It'd be funny. And the new mayor.
Coming to you.
Wait.
We're gonna interview the pig in charge, the head pig in charge. We're gonna do
Bring him a present of some sort.
Bring us some straw. Pigs like
they like to lay in the straw. Yeah.
Yeah, with corn. Corn on the cob.
Corn on the
They're
cob.
used like you already eat it. Just they like the
leftover.
rind. Yeah, the rind.
Oh, they eat the rind?
That's what pigs eat. You didn't know that? Yeah, man. You're gonna love it. So, but anyway, I think that we're coming up to a point where their hand has got to show now, you know what I'm saying? And they were counting on us not to be organized long enough to catch them.
Because I think that's been the history in Colorado Springs.
Right.
People just sort of like come and go, and so they don't have to worry about it. But we're outlasting the pigs.
We're outlasting the pigs. We outlasting the pigs. And guess what else is going to outlast the pigs? The power of the people. is gonna outlast
There ain't no
the
power
people.
like the power of the
Hey,
people,
man.
because the power of the people don't stop.
Don't stop, son, bitch. You got helicopters, we got hella people.
Yeah,
hey,
exactly.
what was the thing that happened?
This tea is lovely, by the way.
What is that made of?
Chamomile and mint,
Oh yeah.
aka sleepy time.
I'm trying to think, man. Oh, the International Women's Internet. What was the event that lady put on?
I never actually knew the name of it.
It was
but
so
yeah,
it was
yeah.
in celebration of International Women's Day, but it was a brunch, but it wasn't actually on
International
the day.
Women's Day.
Yeah. So anyway, it was this last weekend, and guess who spoke?
Wait, did you speak?
Nope. Oh, I did actually.
Oh, did you really?
I was surprised. I think they were having like some issues with the audio. Something was going on, and they needed filler space, so they let the MOI come up and introduce ourselves. Real
Okay.
quick.
Speaking of which,
Yeah.
nothing. There's no comments.
No, no one's gonna stop him.
I think he's
It's
talking
smart
about Putin.
timing, really. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Alex that
Because
said
nobody
that.
has time.
No,
for it.
nobody saying nothing. But so anyway,
You guys got to speak.
I looked at the, so first I was invited to come and, just like kind of, I was invited to come. We were invited to come. And I looked at the flyer and I saw, oh, wow, Stephanie Rose is gonna speak. I was so excited.
Right. I forgot. That's right. That's right.
So, and also was excited to find out that Stephanie Rose is running for the mayor of the city of Chicago.
But that's not right, right?
I don't know.
Actually, who knows?
Did
Did you get to talk to Stephanie Rose?
Nope, she didn't show up. She didn't come.
What? That is shocking.
I know, I couldn't believe it. I was like, damn. Well, ain't that about a bitch? I don't know what happened. There could have been anything. Yeah.
There's Belinda. You guys probably can't hear her back there.
I don't
Belinda's
know
back
what
there.
happened. But yeah, that shit was funny, man. So
you filled in for Stephanie.
no,
basically.
hell no. I could never fill those tiny shoes, man. But the thing is, Regina English also spoke.
Speaking of tiny shoes.
Yeah, speaking of such. But she did some explaining about her racist
Well, she had
comments.
some explaining to do.
Yeah, she has some explaining to do. And the consensus is, why did she do that?
Why did she do
Why
that?
did
Why
she-
did she explain?
yeah, why did she explain?
She should have just let it
Nah,
be.
you
Now I want to
just shut your
hear.
ass up. Shut
Let's
up.
hear it.
It was so bad, man. It was really bad, bro.
Did she just come out and use more racial slurs?
But no, not even basically. No, she didn't. She did. She did good for what she was trying to do. But man, bro, it was bad, dog. So she explained how she had her babies, her kids and her grandkids, and there was a fight, and she wouldn't. I don't know if she explained the relationship, but in the paperwork it said the relationship of this person was her daughter-in-law. Up the pistol ladder and put a. She said, I had a gun to my head, y'all, and everybody, oh my God. So, but you know how when you skip some things when you tell
Right.
your side of the story.
Yeah,
But she started out with that. She was like, "There's your story, there's my story, and then there's the middle." She said it before she even started.
So I'm going to tell you mine.
Right.
This
So I'm
side.
like, okay,
Right.
well, hey, she was at least honest. So she said she had a gun on her head, and that's when she called the lady this racial slur.
Can I just add though that like I've been in situations where my safety has been under threat. That's never led me to like using a racial slur.
That's the same thing that me and Dee was saying.
One, it's not okay for anybody.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, exactly. She said it's not okay for if it's not okay for one, it's not okay for anybody. And the thing is, that's what I was talking to him and I was like, I get pissed, bro, and nothing in my mind goes
that's not
to
where you
that.
go, yeah.
Like nothing tells me call him that. You know what I'm saying? Nothing does. So anyway, it was really dumb. But she also didn't mention that she used that word either. So or used any slur. She didn't admit that. But she admitted everything else on the paper. And also
This was a common slur against Latino people.
yeah. And she said that they were fighting. So, she explained that it was her daughters, her I think she said her kid, I don't know if she said her daughters or son,
Right.
her kids, her grandkids, and her. And then there was a fight. So, the paper said there was I think they gave the number was 5 people. I could be wrong about that too, but was fighting her. So yeah, I guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna pull my pistol out and put it on your face. If there's 5 people, that's the least of the words.
The person with the gun was
being jumped
by a bunch of people.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, so that was the justification for that. So y'all be the judge, man. The primary's gonna be coming up, and we get to the rest of this shit. But
I wish I could have been there.
It's really bad, dog. It was bad. You know, like when Regina talks, it's already hard to listen to and follow it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh my God, what is she talking about, man? And you know, it's just like, it was that. But it was just like, oh, but then it was embarrassing. Like, why is she?
What, like, just this,
she's putting
shouldn't
this
have started.
weird, like, I'm a elected official's like vibe on it with this fucked up ass story that she's trying to explain.
Oh my God.
It was really weird, dog. In a public setting, it was on. People got it. I got the record. I didn't, my page was blocked. Else I'd have been live. You already know. But anyway, it probably ain't even worth it. But if y'all want to see what she said, it's out there somewhere.
Video recordings of it out there.
It was crazy as hell, man. But though, other than that, Lady and the Frequency and all of them, they do a good job with their events, man. They got good.
Oh, was that an event by them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They did a really great job, man. And I think that they stay consistent. That thing's got wheels on it, man, and they do a really good thing. And they got a support from the right group of people in the city. Misha Smith spoke as well.
Oh, did she?
She did good, man. She's good in public.
Did she have to
though.
explain her use of?
Nah. Surprisingly, she didn't have to spend any time explaining any racist comments or bigoted comments that she's ever made. She didn't have to do that. She just talked about what her plan was, and
well, I know Regina didn't show up either to like the candidate forum, the labor candidate forum.
Yeah, I read online that Regina said she's not going to anything that Misha's at. I don't know if that's true either, though. I didn't hear Regina say
crazy.
That. I know. I was like, what? Why? I wouldn't either. If I was Regina, I wouldn't either, though. Yeah, if I was Regina, I wouldn't do that either, because Misha will run circles around her, man. And she's just like genuinely a nicer person than her. Like, she's just a better you know what I'm saying? Just like more motherfuckers like her. You know what I'm saying? People don't like that energy that Regina give off.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. More real.
Yeah, she's more down to earth or whatnot. So anyway, we talked about when she was on the show. Misha came and did a show with us.
Check out that episode.
Yeah, she did really good. We talked about some of the things that her ideas and stuff just didn't really. I don't see how that's gonna work just yet. But we'll just say that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'd like to see a more explicitly progressive
for the housing and for the homeless. I was gonna say cure, but you know what I'm saying, to help with these situations. I think that just expounding on some of those things from what was put out on the show will be helpful. And everywhere that I've seen her talk, everything that I see her say, she's not gonna have a problem with that. I think she's gonna do just fine.
I don't actually think that I was slightly worried about House District 17, but I don't know. I'm less worried about it now.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Yeah, man. So that was that, and then was it the Black History program that maybe it wasn't that. Maybe I'm not gonna bring that up. Never mind.
Damn it! You do this all the time. You get me like,
my bad.
You pique my interest.
I can't do that, man. But one thing that did happen is the MOY came out, man. Have you been to teen night?
I haven't been to teen night.
Why not, man?
Because I'm not a teenager.
You don't support the community. That's why, John. You don't support us. That's the problem. He doesn't support. Hey, this guy does not support community.
Don't put
until he comes to teen night.
Everybody's gonna be like, yeah, John. I'm gonna get like canceled on Twitter now.
Cancel this guy till he comes to teen night. Nah, but
I should go. I just didn't even like teen nights when I was a teenager.
Yeah.
But I'd probably be better with them now.
You would have fun, dude. It's
probably.
fun. It's just
I probably
fun kicking it with kids and shit. But but seriously though, I think this teen night has been one of the. This whole group, this MOI has probably been one of the most significant things that I've been a part of. I just told the guy since the pigs killed
I'm sorry,
Devon.
but not Chinook.
Yeah, it's like up there, dude. No, so come on, man. It's up there, and and here's why though, because, well, you know, and I'll tell you, for me, because with Chinook, you guys already had the vision. You guys knew what you wanted to do with it, right?
From the very beginning, yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we did the shit. You know what I'm saying? And from that, we had that thought of, you know, the Rainbow Coalition and the bringing groups of people around the city together to make this thing, you know, really, really sturdy. You know what I'm saying? And
Rainbow Coalition's a good way to think about it.
Yeah, and you know what happened was the MOI came about, and I was like, oh shit, this could be it. And then we had the next meeting, like, oh shit, and first event happened. I'm like, God, this is it. So then it just turned into like, holy shit, like this thing is like boundless. There's really not a limit on what that group can do in the community. And
yeah, and I mean, you guys meet regularly and do shit regularly. It's like,
yeah, it's been real
group
consistent.
that's not usual.
Right.
Most groups kind of like come and go and don't really
you know,
do
and
that
I thought
much.
about that, man. I think I sent you a message about this. When people get to organizing and stuff, usually they organize around things that they're affected by. So, you know, they killed Devon in our neighborhood, right? So, and a lot of people activated off that, and then, you know, some aspect of that activated you all. And then throughout the way, there were people that never did anything, and they came out and went hard, and we haven't seen them again since. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like the more ways that we can capture that burst of power and energy, the better it is. You know what I'm saying? And this thing really turned into that, man. And I'm not sure how you recreate that shit, because, you know, when you get a group of people that are all on the same shit, it's different than when you get that spurt of people for this and a spurt of people, and they see this thing over here and they want to get a part of it.
Yeah, organic groups are, there's like a better natural cohesion there.
Yeah, it's been cool. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, man, I haven't experienced nothing like this yet. So it's been really dope, man. And I'm proud of them dudes, man. And then to know, like, it's really like dudes that, you know, and what I grew up with most of them, we all grew up around each other, you know, and then we see what the end story is right now. We're hitting our 40s and shit. It's like, damn, I cannot believe, man. Like, you know, when you hear about somebody being in prison for 16 years straight, you're like doing 16 straight years. I can't even imagine that shit. You know what I'm saying? But you know, motherfuckers right here, and we're doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, I'm really happy and proud of these dudes, man. And
maybe I will go down tonight, and I'm gonna bring my socialist propaganda down there.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. We need to radicalize.
Need more socialist propaganda down it.
Radicalize these teenagers, man.
Teen night.
Nah. But yeah, man, so anyway, I really appreciate all of the support with that stuff, man, and all of the support all the way through this whole thing, because it really feels like we're getting to a point where shit is sturdy. You know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, it's not, there was a point where we had to be in this bitch. We were here 24 hours a day, turning the wheel, and now it's kind of like, it's going on its own movement, you know what I'm saying? So,
totally.
Yeah, man, it's been really great, and the community has, like, been all the way down with it. And I feel like the more inclusive the things are, the better the result turns in the long run, right? Because, you know, when you first gotta stumble through and get through everybody's prejudices or whatever, it might be.
All the shit people bring to everything.
Things that you don't know. Once you stumble through all that shit, we're getting to the point where, like, now it's all up. I don't know how to really put that into words. Yeah, so I'm really proud and happy of this place, man. And hopefully we get rid of Southers, and
I mean, he's out anyway.
Yeah, like, I know what I'm saying. Yeah, hopefully the person that we get rid of his ass with
is better.
Yeah, it's better, man.
Well, so Belinda and I were just talking about this. Who do you think is going to replace Southers?
Man, do you think Gonzalez can do it?
No.
Me either, man. I wanted to so bad. I wanted to so bad,
I know you
man.
like Gonzalez. I mean, he seems like a fun guy. He's come down here several times, and he's always like pretty nice. And
he's visible too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like doing the real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if he that
I just don't think he's popular enough with enough different constituencies is the
He
problem.
was a colonel in the Air Force.
Yeah.
Like
I mean,
that,
maybe that'll
some of
get him
that,
something.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then he's been like county commissioner twice, and I don't know what he
Right,
did
right.
before that. I don't know, man. I think that, you know, in order for him to get that vote, he's gonna have to kind of come away from where he did set a bait. He's come here a lot, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, he's never been like offended by what we're doing at Civic Center, which I appreciate, as a Republican especially.
Especially, yeah, he's a Republican too. And like, you know, I'll see him, he was, I'm trying to think, was it his first run or maybe it was his second run, with his sign out on Mesa Ridge Road and shit, like
himself.
honking at, you know, getting people to honk at him. You know what I'm saying? Like he just does the regular work of a like a community leader. You know what I'm saying? And so anyway, I just hope it's him. But who do you think?
I think it's going to be Wayne Williams.
Who's Southern's guy? Is Williams?
I don't know. I just think that Wayne Williams is like he's a pretty good politician. Like, I'm not saying good in the sense that, like, he's got good policies.
Yeah,
he's
like
good at politicking.
Southers is a good politician, too, yeah. Yeah,
This is what I was talking about. Like, Wayne Williams, I don't agree. There's possibly nothing I agree with him on politically.
Yeah.
And yet, when I met him, he's a pretty personable guy. And I think that is something that helps
him.
I mean, Southers is a dick, straight up.
Yeah,
like across the board,
face,
he's just a fucking dick.
Outward bigot,
Yep.
Do you guys know Daryl Glenn? Do you know him? I don't.
I forgot Daryl Glenn is running. I don't think he's going to win, though. I don't know.
That's the black dude?
Yeah.
That's the
he
one?
used to be on city council. He used to be on county commission.
Yeah, no, hold on. Oh, I'm confusing him with Garfield. What's the dude that ran?
Garfield, I wish would run.
Yeah.
I just want him to run for everything because he's a great character.
Yeah. Daryl Glenn.
Glenn.
I'm trying to see his face. I heard his name, so he's running, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And so we got 2 black people running. Do we got any women running?
Who else is black?
Damn, I can't even think of his damn name now. Wild Goose.
Oh, Yemi, right.
Yemi,
Yeah.
Jimmy is running.
Yemi's running.
I just don't know if Yemi has a shot. Sorry, Yemi.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind Yemi either. Yemi, you know, here's my thing with all of that shit. I feel like,
He should have been on city council.
yeah, I think he should have ran for city council too. I think that when a capitalist gets their ass spanked for doing wrong shit and they fix it, then you just let them continue on and do the, like, thank you for fixing your bullshit.
And I gotta say, like, I feel like most of that was Russ.
Yeah, it wasn't even him. Yeah.
I'm sure Yemi had some part in it.
Right.
But it
Yeah, I agree.
seemed like even just I've seen Yemi a couple times since, and I've seen Russ a couple times since. And by since I mean
Since
the picket, exactly. Since
that was
we were
so
out
much
there
fun, man.
picketing them, yeah, it was on the
Solidarity
sipping, forever, solidarity forever.
That shit
All
was
right,
fun,
there's
man.
people meeting in the other room.
Oh,
I guess
sorry.
it wouldn't be too
They
loud.
could join in too.
Yeah, the sipping, that was great. But Russ has always still been like kind of a bit standoffish with me.
Oh yeah.
And then, but Yemi hasn't at all. Like
Yemi came through. He's been here. I think he's been here twice with
Gave
the
some
Southeast
donations.
stuff.
Yeah.
He
he's come
donated.
through, yep.
So yeah, I feel like
Yeah, and you're right. He's like, well, I don't know. Let's change our policies now.
get it together, man. So anyway, whatever, dude. I'm not saying like he's the savior now, but like whatever, dude. Handle your business and yeah. So that'd be cool to have him running too, man. I don't know.
He's at least not a conservative. I
Nah.
think. I mean, I don't actually know that much about
Yemi
he's like
strikes me
pretty
as the guy that's
typical
like
liberal.
he's whatever. He's the chameleon.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He could be this guy or that guy, this one or that not. You know what I'm saying? It feels like that's what he could do.
Yeah. By the way, I just wanted to go back. So, do you remember during the Wild Goose picket and like when like people were talking about them not paying their workers fairly and all this shit, and then everybody was like, including Stephanie, like,
Yeah, they called us
they're sure petulant children. Oh, you guys sure are a bunch of like labor experts now, and it's like, well, turns out we were right. I just wanted to remind people about that.
Not to toot your own horn.
Yeah, but also,
whistle.
a lot of people were like, and Stephanie included, like, they're a family, they have children, they're trying to support themselves. Also, so are the workers trying to support themselves, so they don't have capital to live off of.
Yeah.
But since then, Russ has opened Epiphany, which is like another overpriced, trendy whatever.
Yeah.
And then now he's opening up that other place right there at Pikes Peak and Weber.
Oh, I didn't
that
know that.
old like Art Deco building.
Oh, that's them.
That they've been working on for like 2 years.
Oh my God, man!
But yeah,
it's
now
like
they're
this,
opening another place.
It's like a corner spot.
Yeah. Now they're opening another. I'm like,
Them motherfuckers is rich, man.
fuck you telling.
We're trying to support
Like,
ourselves.
they're just small business owners trying to support themselves.
I remember them.
They own 4 businesses.
Yeah, and they were talking about how we were like making it hard on them with the people that they got the loan from. What do they call them? People, they're investors.
Yeah, they're investors. But they've gotten
Like they were gonna fuck up with their investors.
Exactly. But they've gotten COVID money. They got money from the city.
Yeah.
They live in their businesses are all in these special tax districts.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're not.
All I know is, hey man, don't get caught slipping.
Yeah.
They're doing all them businesses down there. Please believe I'm coming to ask the workers all
How
the
they're
time.
doing.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm coming.
Yep.
So yeah, man.
Speaking of workers, have you seen what's been happening lately?
Oh, at Starbucks.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
2 Starbucks in Colorado Springs
Yeah.
have filed petitions to unionize.
Squidward is working. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Squidward.
Yeah, Squidward's getting it.
Ups to you.
Hell yeah, that's good shit, man. I'm proud of them guys, and like the workers is with it. So that's
Hell
2.
yeah,
If
and
we
it's
could get 2,
completely
you could get all of
worker-driven.
them. If you could get 2 of them, you
Yep.
could get all of them, because guarantee you nothing's different in none of these spots.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? So you might as well get it cracking, guys.
And this is not going anywhere.
And I'm sorry I missed the rally. There was a rally.
I also missed it on last week.
Yeah, it was like 8 in the morning, and I don't know what the hell I was thinking about, man. But I tried to get up there, and I was late, man. But anyway.
But it was, I mean, it's
with the
great. And
workers.
160 Starbucks now have filed petitions to unionize.
Nice. Off of the one that got cracking in Oregon.
No, Buffalo.
Buffalo.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now 8 or 6
Rick
stores in
Squidward was
Buffalo.
there too.
Just don't give people too much information.
Oh, sorry. Do they know who Squidward is?
Probably
I thought
not.
that's why we was using
Yeah,
that. Oh, okay.
Squidward.
Yeah, that's why we call people, Lil Pookie.
Whoosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have a little
We
Pookie.
call motherfuckers by their name that you don't know who they talking about.
But so since then, their investor group that they control something like 50% of Starbucks stock has been like, they put out a statement calling on Starbucks to stop union busting. I'm like, damn, dude, even the capitalist class is like,
Now, y'all
they're
better
seeing
stop
the
that
writing
shit.
on the wall. They're like, not a good, because they put out in their statement like, this is going to look bad for Starbucks, you
Yeah.
know, the union busting. And today I just heard that Howard Schultz, the old CEO, came back. The CEO is quitting and the old CEO is coming back. I'm like, oh my God, dude. And Howard Schultz is like, he's the guy that like,
He's like, hold on, I got this, I'll fix it.
yeah, he always comes back too. He leaves, comes back. He ran for president too, remember in 2020?
Oh, okay. Yeah,
And he's
he's
just
just
like
rich as hell.
some arrogant fucking capitalist. But he's like, look, I grew up in the projects in New York City.
Man, whatever, dude. Here's the thing
He's
is,
still a capitalist now.
the people see the writing on the wall because certain businesses are just, they got a tendency to hire lefties. I don't know how you say that.
Coffee shops are included in that.
So you're like, it's a whole different thing if you like trying to organize that place and I don't know, maybe Dutch Bro. I don't know, just some other place. I can't think of it.
Dutch Bros is the same
Like
profile
a fucking
though.
burger joint or some
Yeah.
shit. It's different. You know what
Yep.
I'm saying? And I think that's what they see on the wall because it's like they're
like-
all young and
Yeah, all these 22-year-olds are
Yeah.
fucking socialists.
Bernieites and shit. Like
Yeah.
hell yeah.
And so
This
they're
is
not-
going down, son.
Yep.
That's just gonna be great.
Yeah,
dude.
and what's funny, like, I noticed this
Whole
with the
Foods
King
need
Supers.
to get with it. Whole Foods and Trader Joe's need
Yep,
to.
yep. I think that
need to organize too.
there have been attempts at Whole Foods to organize
Yeah.
in different places, but
They
you know,
just
all
need
these
a model.
progressive places are always like, oh, we're really progressive, and then their workers try to organize, and they're like, whoa, 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 whoa! Like, did you see the recording that the CEO of REI put out? You know, REI is like a consumer cooperative, and they're like super progressive and overpriced.
Oh,
the
okay.
outdoor store.
Oh, I was thinking of the music.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
That's
I got
EMI, right? But REI, they get onto a call with the CEO and the head of HR, and they start with their pronouns. Everybody gives their pronouns
Oh, okay.
because they're good progressive folks.
Yeah.
And then they start with a land acknowledgement, acknowledging that this is the historic land of whatever nation or tribe it was that New York City is in.
Oh, okay.
And then They're like, so what are we going to do about this union? Then they go on, the whole rest of the discussion is basically a union busting discussion. But it just goes to show you, again, just like what happened with Wild Goose, they're all still capitalists.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what kind of like...
what kind of capitalist you are.
Yeah, like they'll say the right things, but it's their actions that need to be judged.
They'll co-opt your movement.
And your language.
And use it for whatever
exactly.
you want, yeah. And
just like all that. We actually had this discussion in class yesterday about, Pride Month and Black History Month, or after the Black Lives Matter movement or during the uprisings. All these corporations were like, we care about black people.
Yeah.
And then they didn't do anything.
Yeah, to care about
they had commercials with like
the NBA,
right,
NFL.
Yeah.
We care. Put something on the back of the helmets while we're busting the union. You know what they did to black people in the what they were trying to do to black athletes in the NFL? Their life insurance policies that that they whatever they do, however it happens with their insurance, they were saying that black people were worth less money than the white players. Just off of
I think I did hear something about that. Yeah, just like
so they were like, just starting from this, we just start here with the black folks and the white folks will start here just because they're American.
That just captures so much about like
but I mean, it's not
and,
even
like,
that they're lying.
But
the thing is, it's like, but I'm not lying, though. Like we're showing you the numbers. You know what I'm saying? They did it too.
Right.
It was crazy as fuck, man. I'm like, whoa. So anyway.
Did they fix it?
Yeah, they took it out. They had it.
Okay,
it
good,
was
because
like the players
was exposed
union,
or whatever. Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Like these players unions, a lot of people are like, they're already rich. Most professional sports players aren't.
Like dummy rich.
Yeah, they're doing well,
right.
but they're also being treated like shit. Because it's like white owners and like overwhelmingly black players.
Yeah, financially anyway, they're being treated badly, man. But I got to the point where I'm like, if these dudes can't speak for themselves, like I like watching football.
Right.
I enjoy watching sports, you know what I'm saying? And if these dudes don't speak for themselves, what the fuck? This is not affecting me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to tell them. So because there was a point I had a restaurant and I didn't play the NFL none. Man, you know how much money I lost on Sundays? It was the dumbest shit. Because
why didn't you play it?
Because it was like the boycott year.
Okay.
So I was in solidarity with the black, you know what I'm saying? Whoop, man, shit. It was too much. And then they just went right back to it the next season.
Right, yeah.
I was like, man, that was the dumbest shit. I'll never do that shit again. Never again, man. So anyway.
Well, stuff like that is kind of like broad-based consumer boycotts of things are not all that effective unless they're like very directed and they're directed by the workers themselves and they like have a specific goal. But I've also noticed like with boycotts, people are like, wait, am I allowed to shop there now? And I'm like, it's been over for like 10 years.
Like, can I ride the bus yet?
Like, that's the problem is like when boycotts end, it's never like a huge thing. Like, boycott over, everybody go to Taco Bell.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. And that happened with King Supers. I think King Supers organizing that just a couple months ago, that was the most effective strike I've ever seen, I think, that I've paid attention to anyway, you know what I'm saying? But I don't know if that was it, but it felt like they was on it.
Yeah.
And it
wasn't
even our King Supers. Like people in this city they were getting fucked up because of shit that was happening in Denver. It was crazy, man.
Yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. All these, social media comments too, everybody during the King Super strike, including in Colorado Springs where you're right, they weren't even on strike. We're like, we stand behind workers, unions, blah, blah, blah. And not even more, but people were also like, workers need to seize the means of production, basically like some commie shit.
Yeah.
But same with Starbucks. There's like a few like right-wingers that get on there that are like, I'm never going to Starbucks again, not that I ever did.
Right,
it's like,
right.
Okay, well.
So what, dude?
But there's way more people that are like, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Next, we're coming for the fucking world.
That'd be great, dude.
Saying?
Yeah. That'd be fantastic to unionize the world.
Yeah, there's just so much more support for worker organizing nowadays and unions and shit. We didn't go to
real support.
The trades hiring fest today.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
At the Penrose Center?
Yeah. Isn't that what you wanted to shoot?
I didn't know if it was a hiring thing.
Or a trades
construction day.
Construction.
I thought it was for the
I
kids.
think it was
or
like
something.
hiring.
Maybe it was
stuff too.
hiring stuff. Yeah.
Just
It
like
was
a
too
day for
cold,
the
man. And we were supposed to go with the United Way, but with D2 through the United Way, and
Okay, now that makes more sense.
yeah,
Now
they canceled the buses.
You're always leaving out context in your texts.
Oh, yeah, man, they canceled the buses.
I see.
And I was like, shit, well, it do seem cold. And every time I've been to that rodeo stadium, it's like outside.
I've never been in
A
there.
lot of it's outside. man.
It looked like it was inside too.
I mean, maybe some of it was, maybe that part, maybe this thing was inside, and I should have just went. But
It's right
I
next
was
to the
like,
police station though, over there.
Yeah, fucking pigs,
Gold.
man. That's where they had me locked up at. They had us locked up in there.
Gold Hill,
Yeah. Fuck them
That
motherfuckers, man.
Big old
pig pen.
buck was just sitting out front. Did you notice that?
A big buck?
So when they were driving me into jail not jail, but holding cell at the Gold Hill station, I was like, wow, that's a huge deer. He was just like a giant buck just sitting outside the police station.
Damn.
And then when I got out, I looked over, deer was still there.
Still chilling.
All day.
He was probably waiting on us to get out of there. Y'all better let them motherfuckers out of there. But
We got
I
solidarity
didn't
with
see
the
it
deer.
because the fucking pigs had me in the back of a van,
wagon, paddy wagon.
and they cut the heat on. It was like
Oh, yeah, you were sweaty.
August.
You were a sweaty motherfucker
yeah,
that
they
day.
cut the heat on in that back of that thing, man. That bitch, and I was like, oh, so y'all don't know y'all had the heat on? No, we didn't. I was like, you lying bitch. I was so mad at that motherfucker. Oh, man. They was finna kill me in there. No, they wasn't.
You know why they call them
didn't
paddy
do it.
wagons, by the way?
Some old Irish shit.
Yeah, because the way that Irish folks, especially on the East Coast in the United States, like worked their way into like assimilation was through the police. Like they basically became
Cops.
Yeah, they became cops, so they worked themselves up into the white middle class by becoming cops. And so paddy wagons still have that name. Yeah, I got put in one of those in Scranton. It was horrible. I was like, oh my, because I'm claustrophobic, kind of like, and so getting in that, I don't know if it was the same for yours. It looked like it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I was in that
tiny
motherfucker.
little
Yeah.
metal box,
It was like,
basically, that you're in.
I felt like Hannibal Lecter in that motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, phew,
Like,
I
what
did
the
not
hell?
like
I
it.
didn't do shit to y'all. But they had the heat on me, man. It was bad. And then I see her too. It's the little ugly one that works at the municipal court. The little short ugly
Marshall.
one.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's her that did that shit to me. But all right, man. Yeah, we good, John?
Yeah, that was our one St. Patrick's Day reference.
Ah, you fucked
Paddy
it up.
wagon.
Yeah.
Right at the end, though.
Yeah, you fucked
So,
it up.
it's pulsing anyway. Time to go.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Hey, we love y'all, man.
Yeah,
We'll be
peace
back
out.
next week. Les has been not at work. If
Well,
you haven't noticed, this is
I
what's
know.
wrong.
Well, so also, we can't be back next week because I'm going to be in Texas.
Oh, Les isn't at work? Then this guy's not. Hey, so I'm doing Just Cause by myself next week, guys.
Do it. You could get a guest. You could get a guest.
I know I'm gonna go I'm gonna go do some shit.
Okay.
I'm gonna go get down. No, I'm bullshitting. Yeah, we'll get a guest maybe. All right, man. We love y'all. We'll holler at
All
you.
right.
Yep.
Don't forget to subscribe.